two-time boxing world champion. Madison Square Garden, MGM Grand, Mandalay Bay, Caesar's Palace. Prince Nassim Hamed, Iron Mike Tyson, Oscar De La Hoya, Sugar Shane Mosley, Bernard Hopkins, 50 Cent and Billy Dibb. I thought I was living my best life. I'd overcome every opponent in the boxing ring, but my greatest challenge was yet to come, and that would be in the form of an opponent that I couldn't see. On October the 12th, 2022, my mother and I sat in a cold, chilly room waiting on my biopsy results. When Dr. Bhattacharyan arrived, the room seemed to get a whole lot colder and the news wouldn't get any better. Dr. Bhattacharyan sat me down and explained that if I didn't take the chemotherapy, I wouldn't be around for much longer. To put it bluntly, he told me that I had 6 months to live. What would you do? What would you say? And how would you feel in that moment? Take a moment to think about that. I knew exactly how I felt. I was devastated to think that I wouldn't be around for my beloved wife and son. I looked back at my mum in that moment and she had burst into tears. I asked Dr. Bhattacharyan in that moment how I could turn 6 months into 60 years. His response was, why? I said, Dr. Bhattacharyan, I have a 3-year-old son who I need to walk to school in 2 years' time and a beautiful family to look after. He said to me, Billy, you've just found your why. I said, I'm on board. Just like that, you're on board. What about all your reservations about the chemotherapy? I said, Dr. Bhattacharyan, I need you to understand something. In 2015, my wife was diagnosed with cancer and passed away from the chemotherapy. So you can see why I have my reservations. But like I said to you, I have a family to look after, so I'm on board. Anyhow, fast forward, and this is my beautiful family. After a long and strenuous battle with the cancer, days that I thought I wouldn't be around, days that I thought I was going to die, March the 6th would arrive. D-Day is what I called it. The morning started early. My wife and I, alongside Laith, woke up at around 5 o'clock in the morning. We prayed and asked God to make it a successful day. We ventured to the hospital, Westmead Hospital, to be exact, for what was to be some blood tests and a biopsy scan, as well as a PET scan. Then I was sent home. Could you imagine how anxious I was all day? I didn't leave the prayer mat. I prayed all day, asking God to just spare me. Give me some more time, God. Please, I'm begging you for more time. Every time the phone rang, I would answer with such anticipation. Then a number turned up from Westmead Hospital. I answered the phone. It was Dr. Bhattacharyan. He said, Billy, I don't have much time to talk because I'm just about to go into theatre. I'm thinking the worst. He said, but I have some very warm news for you. I said, what is it? He said, Billy, you are cancer-free and in remission. Right in that moment, I started to shed tears. I was in the kitchen by myself, so I ran upstairs and I said to my wife, you're never going to believe it. She said, what is it? I said, Dr. Bhattacharyan just called and I don't have cancer anymore. She started crying and my son started jumping around and like he knew what was going on. 3-year-old boy, knew exactly what was going on. You see, everyone in this room today will face some type of adversity in their life. We all go through our obstacles. We have our ups and we have our downs. And time and life is so precious. And you often hear people say that, hey, time is money. Well, time is not money. Time is invaluable. You can't buy time back. So, as I said, I had made a decision right then and there to start living my life. Everything in your life starts with a vision. The consistent approach will only help you find success. Let me give you a great example. Waking up in the morning and telling your family and your friends that you want to be a doctor, and then sleeping at night and saying you want to be a lawyer, this is not a consistent vision. This is simply a dream. It vanishes. When I was 12 years of age, I knocked on the door of a boxing gym with my elbow because I was already wearing the gloves. When the door opened, I saw my destiny in front of my eyes. I knew that this was exactly what I wanted to do at the age of 12. My vision became clear, and the consistency was 100% on point. That meant running every day, training every day, sparring every few days, making sure my nutrition was on point, which meant no McDonald's. And we all love McDonald's, right? And the other thing was 110% dedication. I had one goal, and that goal was to become world champion. In 2008, I challenged Zalani Morali for the IBO Super Featherweight Championship of the world. I was victorious. I had arrived at the point of success. I was now champion of the world. And in 2011, because you see, when I won that world title, I wanted more. And you set more goals. And in 2011, I challenged for the IBF Featherweight Championship of the world against Jorge La Cierva. And I won a shutout. I won every single round on the judges' cards and solidified myself as a 2-time world champion. I joined the great Johnny Famechon and Jeff Fennick as only the 3rd Australian in the history of Australian boxing to win a featherweight world title. That was a pinnacle moment in my life, a proud moment for me and my family. Each and every single one of us here today, as I said, will get the opportunity to chase our greatness. When I look around the room, I see greatness. All these amazing authors, all the amazing humans. Each and every single one of us in here has an opportunity to be great. It's just whether you're willing to delve into that greatness. I have a message for you all before I leave. You have to know your greatness. You have to know your resilience. And you have to know that no matter what happens in your life, you can overcome it. Just look at my story. Never give up. Thank you all so much for allowing me to have some of your precious time, because as I said to you guys, time and life is precious, and this is time you will never get back. Thank you all so much. I wish you all the very best. May God bless every single one of you.